Man, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not here to waste y'all time. This week, I could not think of a better video idea. So, we're gonna go over the most disrespectful moments in anime that I've watched. Part 3. Surprise, Merry Christmas. Go ahead and subscribe, unless you're a loser, in which case don't subscribe. For today's first competitor of the Disrespect Family feud, we have none other than Saitama, aka the Cape Baldy, aka One Punch Man. It don't matter what his name is, he's disrespectful. And I've already covered him in part 1, but can you blame me for covering him again? The name of his anime is literally One Punch Man. How much more disrespectful can you get? Even Madara himself, a man who soloed an entire war, couldn't do it in one punch. So you see where I'm coming from. And honestly, he'll be covered in further episodes too. He's just that OP. I realistically could make this entire series just off of One Punch Man alone. He has so many moments that could be classified as disrespectful that it's disrespectful to not have him on this list multiple times. But for today, we're going to cover a specific moment that took place during the Super Fight Tournament arc, specifically Saitama versus Suiryu. Let me start off by saying every fight before Saitama and Suiryu face off is disrespectful. Saitama ends each fight extremely one-punchedly. There was no intensity in these fights. It was literally just Saitama entering the ring with an opponent, punching the balls out of their scrotum, and then leaving the ring. He was even yawning. These are trained martial artists, mind you. And because Saitama is so big balls OP, he managed to make it to the final round of the tournament despite never having trained in martial arts in his entire life. Although Suiryu just got done watching him beat every single opponent he had with one punch, he still for some reason thinks he's leagues above Saitama. I understand thinking you're stronger than Saitama, you know, if you're a trained martial artist such as Suiryu, but to think you're untouchable after seeing what he was capable of doing is insane. But they link up in the ring, their fight starts, and Saitama's just letting himself get hit because he's not worried about getting hit, he's worried about keeping his wig on. Why? Because he's bald. It's not the real reason, it's because he was impersonating somebody else, but being bald is funnier, so we're gonna go with that. But yeah, the fight continues and Saitama's letting himself get hit until Suiryu gets a little bit too big for his britches and starts talking shit about the Hero Association, of which Saitama happens to be a member. So Saitama stops playing around, balls his fist, and punches the air around Suiryu, and this nigga's clothes just rip off just by the air generated by the force of the punch Saitama sent out. Let's think about that, ladies and gentlemen. The force of the air coming from his fist was enough to rip the clothes off of another man's back. Is that zesty? I don't know. Am I willing to challenge Saitama? Maybe. After that, the fight continues and Suiryu thinks he's winning because Saitama's again not fighting back, but it's not his show, so Saitama kills him. The fight actually ends with Saitama twerking on this nigga and knocking him out the ring. Again, is that zesty? I don't know. Am I willing to get twerked on by Saitama? Maybe. If these were normal circumstances, Saitama would have won the fight, but because he was impersonating somebody else, he was disqualified from the tournament as a whole. So Suiryu still technically won, but he lost. It's clear. But after this, Saitama runs away from security guards and leaves the arena. And after he leaves the arena gets attacked by some monsters. And the biggest and baddest of these monsters were Goketsu and Bakuzan. Suiryu seeing this thinks he's gonna fight them off and save the arena, but nah, he gets his ass beat. He got jumped, to be honest, but he still got his ass beat. And at this point, Saitama was long gone until he hears Suiryu's weak ass begging for help. Saitama comes back and finds Suiryu on the ground, fresh off a DP. Then he sees Bakuzan, and moment of silence for Bakuzan, bro. He got one punch twice in the same day by the same person. RIP to him, man, for real. After whacking Bakuzan, Saitama goes to take care of Goketsu. And Suiryu's such a bum that he begs Saitama not to go fight Goketsu because he thinks Goketsu is too strong for Saitama. This nigga Suiryu does not learn. Like, bro, it's not your show. Give it a rest. Saitama ignores him and then goes out to fight Goketsu off screen. Within a matter of seconds, he sends Goketsu's head flying back into the arena, landing in front of Suiryu's face. And Suiryu's just stuck. He got bitched, then double penetrated by Goketsu and Bakuzan, and then bitched and humbled by Saitama. Now, the anime plays this off as Suiryu getting inspired by Saitama and wanting to become his disciple. But fuck all that. He got bitched to such a degree that Saitama turned him into a student of the game. And this entire altercation is somehow one of the least disrespectful things that Saitama has ever done. Me personally, I can't fathom getting done this dirty, but that's just me. Next up, we're gonna take a moment of silence for our favorite EDP, Jiraiya. Old as hell, but gone too soon. And although he was a bit of a predator to his own student, we're gonna move past that. However, this is not a segment to praise Jiraiya, but rather a segment detailing how he got violated and jumped by his own student. There was a point in the story where I thought Pain would have been the final villain. If it wasn't for all the Madara and Obito buildup that didn't even mean anything because they both got cucked by Kaguya, I would have been perfectly fine with the story ending after the fight with Pain, because Pain was devilishly overpowered. First off, he's 6 niggas, which if there was like an instruction book on how to be overpowered, I feel like the first step would just be multiple niggas, and he's 6 of those multiple niggas. Second, he's ginger, and that's all I gotta say about that. I don't know if any of you have been jumped. I certainly haven't, But imagine getting jumped by 6 gingers. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy, except for Pearl from SpongeBob. She has no passes for me. The tale of Jiraiya the Gallant has got to be the saddest story within Naruto. Jiraiya pulled up to the Hidden Rain to take care of business and then immediately got caught. I don't know what kind of ninjas are supposed to exist within the Naruto universe, but none of them know how to successfully complete a stealth operation. In all honesty, sneaking around to them is more useless than those damn kunai, but that ain't my business. Pain notices that Jiraiya came into the Hidden Rain, his hood, without checking in, so he sends Konan to, quote, take care of his light work, which she did do, but she didn't do good enough because Pain did have to pull up eventually. Then Pain and Jiraiya got the scrapping. Remember earlier how I said that Pain is actually 6 niggas? That's gonna play a big part later in the story. But from the jump, you can see that Jiraiya was clearly outclassed. But Jiraiya notices midway through the battle that one of the people that are jumping him is actually the body of his old student Yahiko, which is when Jiraiya makes the biggest mistake of his ninja career. He starts having flashbacks in the middle of a fight. If you're in the Naruto verse and you're not a part of Team 7 and you're having flashbacks in the middle of a fight, just know you're about to get packed up. That's really how it is, and Jiraiya must have forgotten that, because after his flashback, he got stabbed and crushed by the Ginger Power Rangers, and boom, dead. Nagato real life spotted this man, pulled up on him, jumped him, crushed him, stabbed him, killed him. It was just another Tuesday for this man, bro. It was insane seeing Jiraiya get disrespected to that degree. What are y'all doing in this situation? Leave a comment down below. Personally, I'm calling Naruto. And Naruto did eventually spin back and convince Nagato to kill himself, which, you know, ultimate getbacks, but he's the main character, so duh. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. If you'd like to keep up with this series as I update it, make sure you click that little bell icon too, so you can be notified first. With that being said, make sure you guys go outside, drink plenty of water, and have a nice day.